Shabbat shalom, my people, and you are welcome to the parashat this morning, or rather I will say parashot, because we have two of them. This morning we have Parashot Chukat and Balak that we are going to discuss about this morning, and in the basement, when we go down for our feeding, I'm going to discuss more about the Chukat, which is the decree. Some of us, most of us doesn't understand why God is telling us to do this, but as I said, this morning is a kind of a picture of what to come from my own understanding. It says that two Jews, three opinions. So that's my own personal opinion. I might try to do like exegesis, but I can see very clearly that this is a picture of Yeshua HaMashiach that God, is telling us concerning a man that is clean, and it's even written in the Torah that a pure man shall take it, and that pure man become unclean. So in that case, we can see that it's even giving us a link or a kind of an hint concerning of what is to come in the future. Yeshua came, took all our iniquity upon himself, and he became unclean, and therefore making us, the sons and the daughters of God clean. But basically, this morning I'm going to base my teaching this morning that the Lord wants us to hear about Balak, the king of Moav. And I subtitled it, the subtitle of the parashot of this morning is this: only the plan of God shall stand. Only the plan of God shall stand. No any other plan can stand. If God does not allow it to stand, it is only his plan, blessed be he, will stand. When he said, let there be this, it stands. As said, he told us that the world is not just built like that, because we thought that, God just came and said, okay, let there be light, and voila, there was light. I said, he told us that there was one thing that God has to eliminate for it to bring up about the light. You see, the world wasn't just voila like that. God has to eliminate a lot of things. One thing that according to our sages, for it to build this world, he has to eliminate Leviathan. That great serpent, that mighty serpent that in the new world, when we come with as he said, we are going to eat of the flesh of that being, so to say. So God has to eliminate him from the beginning for it to build this world. And if you look at it from the Torah, he said, because that being creates what? It has only one specialty, and the specialty is chaos. He grows, he enjoys, he blesses himself only in what? In chaos. And God does not need a world that is filled of chaos. He wants a world that is filled with orderliness. It has to be ordered. And God said, the orderliness shall come, and the orderliness come. So that's from our sages say, our elders, our rabbis. So therefore, this morning, only his plan shall stand. No any other plan can stand. Typically, with the start of summer, it's common to ask this question: what are your plans for the summer? Or, since school ended, it's common for many families, time permitting, and also finance, to go on a family vacation together. It is not possible to make time to take time off from work. Then what does the parent do? Parents need to either hire childcare, or if financially feasible, to send their children to day camp or even sleep away camps. The camps that they sleep there, especially those from the age of at least like 5 years old, in the forest, they enjoy themselves. It's all about money, right? Whatever the situation, a fair amount of advanced planning is required. In truth, it is not only the summer but throughout the year that we plan one thing or the other. And indeed, throughout our lives, that people plan trips, they schedule meetings for work, make travel arrangements for business and for pleasure, make plans to remodel their homes, and so on and so forth. You have plans for everything. I want to go and shop, shopping, with my friends, and I need to, at 2 o'clock, meet me in Metro, Davao, I don't know any other metro, this time, you guys, people make plans to go and do whatever they want to do. But the question is this: is it the plan of God? Will that plan stand or not? We see a man, so to say, on the incident that happened this week. One of the rabbis, I don't know him. But it is sad that a man wake up in the morning, have his own plan, go to do something, but he never returned. You know, he was caught in a crossfire. It's sad. You know, somebody that has some mental health causes chaos and trouble in the city. This is what we need to understand. Will the plan stand? Only God's plan stands. In the back of our mind, the subconscious knows yet seems to assert little concern regarding whatever things we do according to plan. We understand, but do not necessarily believe that ultimately something will happen to us. We don't want to believe that. You know, for us, every morning we have the prayer. You know, God, send your angel before me to guide my way. It is God that leads us on the straight path. People come out, sometimes they don't return. In my tongue, you know, in my mother tongue, we always say this. We say, God, please do not allow me to be hunted. Do not allow the hunter to become the hunted. Because anywhere, anytime we go, we are all hunters. Right? We hunt for one thing or the other in our life. Maybe some people, if you are hunting for money to do what? To help your family. That's the idea. But you don't want to be hunted by the other side because you don't know. Right? You need to understand that. That is our prayer because most of us are hunters back home. Right? We go to farm every day. So, this is what I am saying. The concern is predicted upon the deep core belief that we know God runs the world and that things could change at a moment notice, in a minute, in a nanosecond. Things can change. No one needs to be reminded about the event that happens around us. I don't have to repeat myself. We know the event that is going on in the world. We see the Iran-Israeli U.S. fight. And that affects all of us all, individually and collectively. You like it or not, it affects you because the price of gas goes up, right? Did you cause the war? No. Did you ask someone to go attack another one? No. Did you put your signature that you support it or not? No. They don't care, but it affects you in one area or the other, right? The price of grocery goes up, no? People go to go and buy apple that costs, for example, 50 cents, become 80 cents. They say, what is going on? Because I budgeted for 50 cents, and now I need to double my money. Where is the money coming from? And my salary is not increasing, right? How am I going to make ends meet? You are not involved in their plan, but it affects you. Disruption are bound to happen anywhere from something small or big, right? Because many people, they plan for traveling and there is no kerosene for the airplane. They say, well, sorry, many airplanes bankrupt, no? Because of the Strait of Hormuz that was blocked, right? It happened. Many people say, I plan to go, for example, Cuba. I have only $1,000 or $2,000 to travel, and now they tell you to go to Cuba is $4,000. Are you going to do that? Because the price of the oil, of the gas for air is as double, right? So those are the things that I am talking about. If I had to guess, I would bet that almost everyone reading this right now knows at least one person who has been affected by this event that is currently taking place. It affected me. Maybe it doesn't affect you. I pray it doesn't affect you because all of you are millionaires, and so that is good. You don't care. But as for me, it affects me in one area or the other, right? And I understand that. Most cancellation and delay are due to weather sometime and also shortage of air gasoline, as I talked about. Now that we are experiencing this challenge, it becomes more apparent that there are two issues here that we need to understand. And these two issues that we have to know. One, human failure and mother nature, aka otherwise known as Kodesh Baruch Hu, you know. You need to understand that the mother nature is God. Sometimes nature, like what is happening in Venezuela 2 days ago, the mighty earthquake. And they say this is the first time in our recent memory that two mighty earthquakes happened at once, one in Japan and the same day. And now people are saying there is another big one that is coming, that one in California, the big one. They've been wondering about that for a long time because the plate is moving. And when it's moving, you have to be prepared, understanding what is going to happen. I saw that also in the news. It's not about to bring fear, but it's about for us to get prepared, to understand. Yeshua said at the end time, you'll be seeing most of the things that you don't understand. In Europe, you can see how many people have died. France has technically become Sahara Desert. Right? In Europe, you know? Temperature is 47 degrees. That is technically Sahara Desert. And all the people are dying, kaput, one by one. And what is the government doing? They pump money to go fight war. Do something for your own citizens to make them feel good, comfortable. Because the weather pattern is changing. And we all realize that. And we live in it. And so therefore, when we realize, understand that this is changing, so we as a human being have to do what? Be flexible, try to change along with it. Making it better and good. Or what thing that we are doing to affect the environment, let's reduce it. Right? Saying, okay, this is not the way it was 100 years ago. Because we kept record. We can go back and say, this is not the way. Something is not right. And when something is not right, it is for us as a human being to fix it. Not to double down and say, let's fight more war. Right? So we need to understand that. Either way, knowing things are out of control, of our control, does not mean that we can't live our life without at least a modicum of planning. Once we understand that sometimes things can be out of our own control, but that doesn't mean that we just put our hands, okay, it's out of my control, I can't do anything about it. No, you can still plan, but you have to base your plan on the plan of the Holy One, blessed be He. Surrender everything over to Him. I'm telling you, once you surrender everything over to Him, He is the one that makes every path, every way, all the whole. He designed it like that. So we can't question Him. That's why we call Him God. He designed it that way. And He knows where the holes are in life. And when He guides you against those holes. So, okay, my son, my daughter, don't step there. That is a danger. I designed it. Go this way. Go to the left. Just like the way GPS or GPS, right, direct the driver. Turn left. Go straight. 200 meters. Turn to the roundabout. Take the first exit. That's how God is teaching us, so that we will not fall into those paths, into those holes that He Himself made and designed. Because everything is under His control, and He sees all. Right? The world runs on the system of making appointments, buying tickets in advance, and so on. The question is, how do we balance these two ideas of planning in advance, knowing fully well things may not turn out the way we plan? How do we do it? So we're in the kind of a dilemma here. How do we do this? But I am giving you another answer. I'm giving us the answer. The understanding now is for us to plan according to His plan. Putting your plan in what? In His control, under His control. So when you put your plan under His control, it will work well. But if you say, okay, like other people say, you know what, I don't care, there is no any higher power, everything is in my control. I can't give over my life to someone that I don't see, or to something that I don't see. I need to feel myself in control. Then the only thing I can only say, good luck. That's the only thing I can say, good luck to you. But whatever happens, you face the consequence yourself. But I know and I believe, maybe I'm old-fashioned, right? Because now they tell you AI can predict for you everything that you want to know. Make AI your what? Your your diviner, who divine things for you. That's good, but my own is the Holy One. Blessed be He. In the past, I have written about the quoted and quoted the famous verse from the Mishlei, which is from Proverbs 19:21, where Shlomo HaMelech said this: "There are many thoughts in a man's heart, but the plan of the Holy One, blessed be He, shall stand." This statement of King Shlomo apparently limit our ability to navigate, not necessarily in control of our lives. A few days ago, I was thinking again about this Mishlei and come up with a new understanding of this verse. Shlomo HaMelech understand of how the world operates. Remember, I told us many times, if you know how the wristwatch, as I said, it always tell us, if you know how a wristwatch operates, you don't need a repairer to do that for you. You can dismantle it, rearrange it, put it back, and it's work. You don't need to pay someone to do that for you. And that's the same idea that God was speaking through Prophet Yeshayahu, saying, why do you spend your money for that does not pay? Why? I don't get it. When the water is there, that is free. Why do you want to buy water? Why do you want to buy food? When God is giving you food, the manna, free. Why do you want, why do man like things that is hard? But why thing that is just smooth is down there just for you, but because we are lazy. Right? I can't read the Torah, I have a lot of meetings. So you know what? For me, it's better for me to pay someone to read it for me. You know, I can't pray to God, you know, in my quiet time to seek favor from God. I can only pray, I will pay somebody for him to pray for me. Why must you pay somebody to pray for you? I don't get it. You know, well, you can do that yourself. God is not far away from you. He's right there by your side. It is you who is drifting away from him. He's right there. He's always constant. So this is what I am saying. So that it is only the plan of God that succeeds. Once you know how the world operates as Shlomo HaMelech understood, then things become more easier for you because you understand what to do, the button to press at each time, you know, and it works. For the ongoing process of the world, we human beings clearly need to look a little ahead, taking the time to plan. The question always comes back, and this is it. How much effort or planning do we really need to do? That's the question. I'm going to bring all this in back. You might be saying, Rabbi, why are you talking all these things? What does it have to do with Balak? We are coming, okay? I'm coming. So this is it. So how much planning do I need to do? The thoughts are the essence of planning. Looking ahead is the things in life and that are necessary and acceptable to every human being. Your thought is what matters. How you think it. And this is what we're going to talk about in Balak. It is your thought. The man thought is smart. But you are not smarter than the one who designs you. I've said it many times. Prophet for profit. We have them. They never die. And that's what the book of Yehuda said. You see, most of them, they drifted away from the truth of which Yeshua HaMashiach has given us. Because of their own personal gain. They drifted from the truth because they intentionally drifted from the truth which Yeshua HaMashiach given. Right? They tell you, don't worry, everything is hunky-dory. Hallelujah, you become born again, no issue. You can do whatever you want to do. You are free like a bird. Okay, continue that way. A man can become a woman. Oh, it's acceptable. Go ahead, okay, go ahead. May God help you. That's the only thing I can say, right? Because that doesn't work. If you understand nature very, very well, it will never work. And if you have another planet that you live, maybe good. Some people they live in the planet La La Land. But me, I live on planet Earth. And I know that in planet Earth, it is always bad. It's always two to make one. One make two. Two make one. So it is. It's vice versa. But if you live in a La La Land where one can make 200 million, good luck. So may God help you. So this is it. We need to understand that the thoughts are the essence of planning, looking ahead to do the things in life. However, when we start to overthink, to attempt to micromanage every detail, then we lose sight of who is really in control. When we try to micromanage, my wife tell me I micromanage. You know, you always complain, why do you all that? Big thing you don't talk, you keep your mouth shut. You say tiny thing, you blow up, la 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 la. You know, it happens. Because for me, this is for me the most important. Because I don't talk in big things. Why? Because I know we are going to make a mistake. Because it's big. So if I talk and start blowing up, then I must have some issue in my head. Because one, I know already that you can make a mistake in such a thing. But I make shout in the small thing because I never expect that I can make a mistake in such a thing. Because in my head, in my mind, I've regarded you in a higher status. That you cannot condense to this kind of a small, tiny, 5 years old understanding. That's what makes me get upset, get mad. Say, no, this is like beyond you. Now you can't do this. Because if prophet, even though Yeshua HaMashiach comes tomorrow and tell me that my wife can do this, I say, no, she can't do that because I know. But if she says that she can't do it, I say, no, this is beyond. I'm giving an example. The same thing here for everybody. We have to understand we cannot micromanage. When we try to do that micromanaging, then we're damaging things. Why? Because our visual become narrow. Because you are only just like the Greek people. They only know let's separate atoms. But you cannot do that. Everything is what is holistic. You have to look at it from the broader view, not from a narrow perspective. And when you look at things in life from a narrow perspective, you become foolish. Because you are not looking at the broader mosaic. You're only pointing your own word on one particular thing. Right? So, and this is what God is asking us. Don't look at those things in a narrow perspective. Don't micromanage things. Try to step back. Look at the whole holistic, the whole picture. And when you understand the whole picture, you understand the whole process. Right? So, now, try to figure things out so that I will always come out on top. Is where the warning and where reality comes into play. That is a man, that is a woman that micromanage. Everything is what is I, from my own perspective. Not from others' perspective. Not from my husband's perspective. Not from my wife's perspective. Not from my children's perspective. Not from the rabbi's perspective. From my I perspective. That's the problem. And when you do that, I, there will always be problem in the house. Because it's only about you. Nobody is involved. Right? The ultimate and final thing are determined from above. And as the Torah said, that everything that a man has is given to him from above. The final saying is from above. You might micromanage, you might microfinance, you might micro-do anything, plan. If God did not put his stamp that is okay, you are just wasting your time. Right? You plan, and voila, God will just, and it's gone. Right? Then you start again from the scratch. But when you put your plan in his hand, from the beginning, it's stamped it, right? Just like Moshe said. Moshe said, after the word has been given to us on Mount Sinai, right? Now it's about for us to leave Mount Sinai. Moshe told the Holy One, blessed be he said, Lord God, if you will not go with us, leave us alone here. We can rest here and continue here all our life. We don't want to live without you, without your direction. Send your angel before us to guide us on the way. Moshe understood exactly what he's saying. He's not stupid. And this is what Moshe Rabbeinu is talking about Balak. He understood that. That there is a man called Bilaam who is on the other side, who is my equal, who is the same like me. How can I overcome him? I can't do that by myself. If you, the Holy One, blessed be he, do not do that for me, I can't do it. It is you who can handle that man. They can see him, they can sense him, they can understand that that man is on the other side. So we need to understand this, sensing, understanding what is going on. But everything a man has is given to him from above. We must recognize and consider that all the time we find a similar pattern of thinking in several places in the Torah. Exactly this week, Parashot Chukat and Balak. In the first phrase, the Torah relates the story of Balak, king of Moav. I'm coming now into the main message. The king of Moav at that time, who hired Balaam to do what? To curse the Hebrew people. To curse my people. The narrative is crystal clear. Balak summoned Balaam, who refuses to come in the first time because he can see the writing on the wall. It's not done. Neither is he stupid. He can see the writing on the wall. But he's a very smart man, understand? Very smart man. Why should I have all this power from the Holy One and I cannot enrich myself with it? It's of no use to me. If I have all this spiritual understanding, if I have all this spiritual power, and I am not rich. Yes, I am popular, but I'm not rich because every kingdom they know him, they invite him, but no one can give him the gold that he wants or the silver that he wants. He's not rich. He's living in some under the cave. You know, he doesn't have a mansion in Bel Air in California. You know, he doesn't have that one in Hollywood. He doesn't have that one. He only have a small tiny hut under the bridge in Montreal. You know, but you want to have a big giant mansion in California. So how do I do it? I need to use what I have to get what I want. You know, what I have obtained, you know, by the favor of the Holy One. I need to translate it into what? By finance to favor me. It's about me, understanding that. It's not about the people. It's about me. You see? So we need to understand this. So he has that plan in his head. And this is what I'm talking about. The thought in his head, his thought is to make finance, to make money, to make gain for what God has given him free of charge. Right? And so therefore, God knows his thought. He was just pretending. As if, hey, I don't want it. No, he wants it. He refused to go the first time. They sent another. Remember what the Torah said? So the Torah said, and the elders of Midian and Moab came to who? Came to Balaam with what? With shams in their hand. You understand that? That this man was not an ordinary human being. He was like, it's a semi-god. I'm telling you. You cannot approach him just like that. You need to approach him with sham. I mean, it's an incantation. That's what it means. That's what he's saying. You have to do incantation to approach him. So you have to appease him first for you to approach him. That's what it means. You can't, as an ordinary man, just approach him. He's too powerful than any man. So you need to do what? Do all those rituals to approach him. Right? So now, because for him, he put himself in the pedestal. You know, he's above everybody. He can do whatever he wants because he has some spiritual power that nobody has. He said, come and curse these people so that I can be able to drive them away. A second set of messengers is sent to convince Balaam to do what? To go with him and fulfill the wishes of Balak to curse the nation of God. Right? The Torah states this. That night, the Holy One, blessed be He, appeared to Balaam and said to him, if the men have come to summon you, set out and go with them, but only do exactly as I instruct you. It is not your plan, but His plan. Not your plan. Only the plan of God shall stand. He has his own plan, but God has his own plan. It's a completely opposite of two others. But whose plan stands? God's plan stands. That is the idea. You can plan anything you want in your life. If God is excluded, I'm telling you, you'll be the most miserable human being on the planet. But if God is involved from the beginning, you'll be the most happiest person on the planet. So, reluctantly, Adonai allowed Balaam to go. Repeatedly, Balaam said to the men, and eventually to Balak, the king of Moab of that time, I can only say what Adonai instructs me to say. I can't say anything above that or anything beyond that because he is what controlling my mind and my mouth, so to say. Rabbi Pinchas of Koritz said this in his manuscript in Kodesh Hilulim. He says this: ask the following question. Instead of saying as I instruct you to do, why didn't you say just say this? That is what easy. Rather, in the Midrash states this in the Talmud. Come and see how beloved the Hebrew people are to God. God is saying, come. And that's what we sing every Shabbat. Matovu. See, it's from the mouth of Balaam, the enemy of Israel. Understanding that prophecy is profound. Because he has an opposite mind towards his people. And I always tell us, I pity, I'm telling you, I don't know how to say, I just pity those people who hate Israel. I'm telling you, I pity them to the core of my mind. It's not because I'm an Israelite, no, completely. If I'm born from another person, I don't care. But I'm saying, I just pity them. Because any plan that you have against them, will only turn against you. It's just that is their destiny. If you have good plan for them, I'm telling you, God will have that plan, God will turn it to you, and your plan will be good. If you punish them, God will turn that punishment against you. You need to understand that from the beginning. So once you understand this principle that this is the kind of people that these people are, just back off. Don't say good, don't say bad. Keep your mouth shut. It's easier that way, right? So if we understand this understanding, then we know that these people are blessed of God. So if God has blessed them, you cannot turn the blessing. You can't turn it back because God is not a man. God is not a man that can be bought. God is not a man that changes. His word is eternal. It's my people. I brought them up and lifted them up from Israel, and I brought them to this land, which I'm giving them. You can't change that. No matter how manipulative you want to be. And that is what Balaam wants to do, which Balak employed him, pay him money to do. Right? So once you can hear this and understand this, then things become more easier for you. God allowed his presence to be with Rasha, we mean the evil person, to go to rest upon Balaam. God allows that at that time. That is God. You can't question him. Because the Torah says, and when he called upon God, God will answer him. God comes to him. So how do you want to say, okay, God, you say you don't like bad people, how can you talk to this man? So, okay, you tell God what to do now. You are the one in control, eh? Okay, continue being in control. May God help you. So, as for me, God can do whatever he wants. He's God. He doesn't take instruction or direction from you. He takes direction and instruction for himself. That is God. Right. So, this is it. The understanding is this, that God said to Balaam, right, to go with them. Adonai explained to Balaam that he can go with them, but there will not be any benefit for Balaam against his people. You will go with them, since you want to manipulate me with what? With sacrifice. If I can be smelling the good thing, and then I change my mind, like you. I'm not a man. Right? Okay, you made up your mind to go. Okay, go. Right? No problem. But at the end, the consequence is there. You will face the consequence. You cannot manipulate me with your incense. That's what God is saying. You can't. Neither you think you are smarter than God, right? Most of us, that's what we think, that we can manipulate him. You can't. You are wasting your time. There will be zero benefit for you. And we can see the end of Balaam. Zero benefit for you. Only that which I tell you to say, will you successful? Will you be successful? Exactly what I put in your mouth and exactly what you are going to say. In that, it will help the people of God, his people, to show them, to tell the world that these people are completely different. Right? Oh, the tent of Jacob. How beautiful it is. How awesome it is. The name Israel is a shining name. It's a star from the beginning. And once you understand that, it's different. And once you invoke that name upon yourself, you always shine. But it is God that makes you shine. Right? It is not you that shine, but God in you that shine. That spark will just comes out. And people will look at it and say, wow, she is different. He is different because you shine. Right? So, when God speaks to Balaam, he allowed his Shekinah, his presence, to rest upon Balaam. God allows that. That when he prophesied, when he said, whatever he said comes to pass, because the Shekinah of the Holy One, blessed be He, is upon him. This is the single and only instruction through which Balaam can act under the instruction of the Shekinah of the living God. The only good thought Balaam could have are solely those that Adonai needed Balaam to have in order to do good for Israel. Nothing else. His mind is under total, complete control. They cannot think anything evil against that. When the Shekinah left, go, lift up, he's beginning to think another idea. But as far as the Shekinah is upon him, he is completely under the control of the Holy One. So this is what we need to know. We take the lesson at its core. Whatever ends up happening, connecting directly to the original source. Thought that only Adonai, the living God, the Holy One, blessed be He, will allow our benefit as well. Remember that anything that happens always leads to the original source. And who is the original source? The Holy One, blessed be He. He is the original source. And when that source comes to you, flows, it's an energy. When it flows to you, you're different. You see, people begin to understand things that they don't understand before. The Torah begins to become like a light. It begins to enlighten your mind. And you begin to grow in an awesome way that you never in your life thought. Because the Shekinah is resting upon your soul. It is not your body, but the soul. It is the soul that can uplift and travel trillions of miles and search the universe and come back again, and you understand what you never understood before. But your body cannot do that. Your body is for pleasure. You always want the best of the best. But when you put your plan in his hand, right? And just like Moshe put the plan, everything in the hand of the Holy One. Say, God, without you, we are nobody. We are not, you are not even an ant. Please lead us on the straight path. If you look at the story, how do we know about all this story? How do you understand? Because there is an angel that is informing Moshe every step that this man is taking. It's an informant that is telling him this is what Balaam is doing. This is what Balak told Balaam to do. But don't worry, you are a conqueror. Accept to the already is done. So this is for the children of God. No matter the plan, the negative plan of the evil one, against you, against us, against the community, against you as an individual, it won't work. It will never work. Because you are covered under the righteousness of God, not your own righteousness. For your own righteousness, you will never survive, right? Because your righteousness is zero. You have no righteousness. But when you are under the righteousness of the Holy One, blessed be He, you are covered. Fear not, that's what the Torah says. For I am with you. Don't be afraid. Don't shiver. No. Stand firm. Stand erect. It's with you. Parashot Chukat and Balak. Only the plan of God stand. No any other plan. Shabbat shalom.